What's going on, everybody? Welcome inside fitnessinformant.com, Fitness Informant's YouTube channel. I'm F5 founder and CEO Ryan Buckeye here with another no bullshit, 100% honest, unbiased review of 5% Nutrition's Shake Time. So, if you know anything about 5% Nutrition, their former owner, Rich Piana, who had passed away several years ago, was a huge advocate that supplements are just that. They're supplements. They're supposed to supplement a whole foods diet. He even says that Shake Time is created, because this must have been in the works for a while, that is not meant to replace food, but meant to supplement or be taken with food. So, Shake Time. Today we're going to talk about this on 5 different categories. First, we're going to talk about the ingredient profile. Second, we're going to talk about the effectiveness. Third, we're going to talk about flavor. Fourth, mixability. And then finally, value. So, Shake Time is a non-dairy protein alternative. There's no whey protein in this. It is a whole foods protein powder that does not make it plant-based or vegan. That's going to be using beef, chicken, and egg protein to make this up. So, one of the things that I caution people with when we look at beef protein is what kind of amino acid profile are we getting with that beef protein? Because if it's just connective tissue, aka collagen, that's not going to help improve muscular growth, repair, and recovery. Now, collagen has benefits: skin, ligaments, nails, hair, things of that nature. But for muscle growth, you need a full amino acid profile that actually contributes to anabolism, to make you bigger or repair quicker. So, what I like about Shake Time, it uses the first ingredient in their protein blend is HydroBEEF from a company called Pronova. Pronova makes HydroBEEF. It's a beef protein isolate from grass-fed cows in Europe. So what that means from a consumer standpoint is I trust Pronova. I trust that this beef protein, the HydroBEEF that we're getting, is not going to be just collagen. You're going to get a good amino acid profile. With that said, beef bioavailability is significantly less than whey bioavailability. Whey is like 104. I believe beef is in the 80s. So if you can't have whey, you're kind of stuck. It's either plant or whole foods. This is going to have a bioavailability score of in the 80s versus whey at 104. What that means is it's just not going to be as effective as a whey protein. If you're getting the full amino acid profile, you're getting the full protein source for anabolism here. This is going to be a solid source of beef protein and HydroBEEF. You also get chicken protein and whole egg protein too. So 3 sources of whole foods that I'm actually a fan of eating them in real life, that I would consume them in a shake if I had to. It also has MCTs in this as well for healthy fights, but you get 2.5 grams of fat per serving, 2 grams of carbs, and 26 grams of protein. Overall, for a non-whey or non-dairy protein source, for a whole foods protein source, it's probably one of the best ones, if not the best one on the market, honestly, in my opinion. Let's talk about effectiveness. Listen, if you have issues with whey or dairy, you're going to have stomach discomfort, bloating, you can even get sick. You don't get any of that. Now, admittedly, I don't have issues with whey or dairy. I don't really consume dairy, but I don't have any stomach discomfort, any bloating, anything of that nature with this. Unlike a pre-workout, you're not going to feel if it's being effective. Like, you don't feel your muscles growing bigger. You just hope to God that based on the profile, it's going to be working. So based on using HydroBEEF, chicken, and whole egg, I feel this is going to be an effective non-whey alternative to a protein powder on the market today. Flavor-wise, this was chocolate. Tasted just like your typical milk chocolate, which to you guys watching and listening, you're like, oh, great. It's actually pretty cool, because where beef came from back in the day, that tasted awful. Beef protein tasted absolutely terrible. So to make it actually taste like chocolate, to not taste the beef, the chicken, or the egg, good job by 5% Nutrition. Chocolate is a safe choice. It's a choice that a lot of people make. They nailed this flavor. For us, like, hey, I like chocolate, who doesn't? I mean, it'd be cool to have some different variations of flavors, but sometimes they don't sell. But to flavor this as effectively as they did, that is pretty solid. Mixability is where we were surprised the most, and pleasantly surprised. This thing mixed phenomenally. No clumping at all. I fully expected, with the protein sources in this, to be somewhat clumping, to have some particles. No blender ball needed. As you'll see here in the video, this thing pours out very smooth. It looks creamy. It's got great mouthfeel. So in terms of mixability, Shake Time from 5% killed the game on mixability. Again, no shaker ball was used in this. It just mixed very well. And 8 ounces of water. Boom. There you go. In terms of value, this retails for about $45, I believe it is, or anywhere from $45 to $50 online. You can use promo code INFORMANT to save 10%. Listen, you can get a whey protein for the same price, if not cheaper, maybe even a little bit more. So for me, I'm always probably going to go to the whey protein because I don't have issues with it. I much prefer a whey protein than a beef protein or a whole foods protein, because the bioavailability scores are much better. It gets into the system quicker, it digests better, and it works harder for you. But if you're in that clientele, in that part of the world that can't have whey or can't have dairy, or maybe you just don't want to for whatever reason, then Shake Time is going to be a solid option. Yes, you're going to pay a little bit of a premium for it, but they're using trademarked ingredients in HydroBEEF, and then they also have chicken and whole eggs, which are going to be a little bit more expensive than taking off the whey from a cheese factory and putting it into a protein bar. So this gets you 25 servings. It's going to be under $2 a serving for it. Again, if you need something that's not dairy but aren't willing to go vegan, and vegan can be expensive too, Shake Time here is a solid option for you. Look below for a link to take you to fitnessinformant.com for a more of a deep dive into Shake Time from 5% Nutrition. Also below will be a purchase link to purchase Shake Time from 5% Nutrition, as well as a coupon code Informant to save you 10%. Make sure you check us out on all our social media channels. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. Subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking on the red subscribe now button here below to stay up to date with everything here at F5. Check out our podcast. It's called Be Informed, Live Fit. It's on iTunes, Spotify, and right here at YouTube. And for more supplement reviews, rankings, news, deals, workout routines, and nutrition plans, visit us online at our official website, Fitness Informant.